Hello. Yes, this is me. Give me a pet. Meow, 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 meow. Welcome to the stream. Yay! Hello. Me doing a little art today. Hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome. You come from X. Yes, my promotion. nice to see nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. The game is going good. Even though I haven't been able to stream because I haven't been feeling up to it, I have been working on it and I've made a lot of progress, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done so far. Still more to go, of course, but making progress. Here we are. Let's see, this doesn't seem to be updating in real time. Hang on, I'll put this back on. Not the... Maybe not window capture, maybe create a media game capture. Let's see. Just a second. Please hold for technical. Let's try game capture. Alright, fine. We'll do... where is it? Monitor capture? There we go. Alright, that's supposed to work okay. And I'll just delete this. Saw you followed me on X and I was recommended by a friend, so I followed you back. Hello! Yee! Yeah, I'm surprised. Usually there are not as many people in chat, so I'm happy to have some more people to chat with during stream. Hello. X is my seems to be my go-to social media. I mostly post cats and Bible verses and retweets that of memes or other prayers or that kind of stuff. So yeah. But let's see. Let me pull up my game. Do I have my game on these separate? Let's do... Maybe this will work. Here we go. Sweet. Alright, here's the game. This is what we've got so far. I changed it to a time cost system. The system that I had previously where you had a certain number of actions that you could take, and if you got one of these, you got a third action. It just was a way to... It got out of hand. So I'm hoping everybody having the exact same amount of time resource. Here's the day. Will be more even. And then here's a time cost key for all the things that you can do. And then each of the cards has a time cost for their abilities. And I think I haven't done any testing of this yet. This is brand new, so I'm gonna have to find the guinea pig to help me with this. But that's the new idea. Have a pretty dawn, noon, and dusk for the time for the daytime, and then the phases of the moon for the nighttime. I have some new art on the achievement cards. Greatest Hit Army's got cute little bunnies. And then on the back is the full art without the words or the transparency decrease. These are traps. These are wolves, little mousekies, kitty cats, rats, hares, and foxes. I think those turned out really cute. And then I also updated the tiles, so I'm also doing the symmetrical look for the land tiles. I think it looks better than what I had before. And then what I'm gonna work on, oh, and I also added the crowns for the king, so it's not just like a basic crown. They're themed to the day and night. So here's a sunny rainbow cloud crown for the day, and then a dark starry moon crown for the night. I'm not quite happy with this. I want to change the design a little bit, but that's what I have for right now as a stand-in. And then today I want to work on the art for the story cards. I did the back. I think that looks pretty cute, but and I put all like the descriptions on them, but I need the art. I want to have like, you know, art like it's on in the back on the front here. So that's the update. I also made little crosses for the graveyard. It's a battle sim, so you got to be a little bit morbid. What else did I do? I updated the rules and stuff in the notebook to now that I have this new like resource turn system thing. Again, I need to test it to see if it actually works, but it's updated. Also, I have some more tokens, so I changed some of these. So this is the like the allegiance token. You can see as like a half sun, half moon. That goes with the fox's ability. I also have the cross daggers for an attack. If you get one of the story cards that lets you have the attack bonus. I updated the sickness token, so it looks a little bit cleaner. I mean, it's sickness, so it's not totally clean, but the art looks, I think, a little nicer. And then for sickness, instead of reducing movement, I have it so that my new rule is that if you are sick, you can't use your abilities. Because the movement was just too arduous in like previous playtesting, even before I had this new system. And then I have bags for everything. So yeah, those are the tokens. So those are looking good. And the attack token is mirroring this symbol on the creature card. And if you notice, I can't even make it even bigger. If you, I was pulling out. If you notice, we have a sun sword. It's wavy heat lines. and shiny rays. And the dark moon sword, it got crescent moon and it's black like the night. And the two sides are engaged in epic conflict. So yeah, I think that's cool. The same symbol and attack for the cards. And then I also added a little prologue for like not the lore of the game. I guess it's the lore of the game, but a little bit like introduction of what the game is about. So I wanna read this to you guys. I'll probably change some of the wording and make it sound nicer, but this is what I have so far. Once upon a time, you had a beautiful, thriving kingdom, but now it is all gone. The only survivors are your kingship and your two closest guards that help you escape and have been by your side through thick and thin. The journey was long and arduous, but you've come to the edge of a beautiful forest. There is wood for building, plenty of fruit on the trees, and you are weary from your travels. This will be the site of your new kingdom. You and your guards build camp and start to explore the nearby area to see what riches and dangers this land has to offer. A column of smoke in the distance, and a foul scent on the air. It is unmistakable. Your sworn enemy, the one who destroyed your kingdom and everything you love, is now also trying to claim this beautiful forest. After everything you've been through, you are determined to not let them have another victory at your expense. But as you steel yourself for the fight ahead and push deeper into the forest, you realize this forest is alive. Will the forest favor you? Can you survive Fangwood Forest and your sworn enemies? Dun, dun, dun. Thus the battle begins. The fight for the mystical, magical Fangwood Forest. TTRPG, made by yours truly. Oh my gosh! I'm having too much fun. Anyways, I need to work on some art today. So what I'm gonna do is, there are 31 story cards. I have three of them drawn. So far, most of them just have the description. I'm just gonna pull one and then go to that layer in my art document. Art doc. It's not document, it's not words. I mean, it's words, but file, I guess. Art file. And then do the art and then upload it into the game. And then I'll need to find a guinea pig distress test. The new mechanics, but figure there's a lot of art to do for these, so might as well make a stream of it. I wasn't reading chat because I was focused on my game, but hello, thank you. Thank you, Fleischer, for promoting me. That is very sweet of you. You did not need to do that. And now I'm scared. Who's gonna show up? Hopefully you have chill people in your Discord server. But thank you. Thank you for hanging out and chatting. I think this will be a chill, just kind of hang out and chat, stream, do some doodling, say hello to the fine folks, and do a little bit more work on this behemoth of a passion project that I've started. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna have to be switching back and forth then between Krita and Tabletop Sim. So what would be the easiest way to do it? I think just hiding and showing that. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, we pulled Something Happened. That's kind of a dark card to start with. Oop, nope, not that. There we go. Nope, not that. Yes, okay. Alright, but let's do it. Something happened. Alright, let's get to arting. Something happened. If you have any swarms of 2 or 3 mice in play, discard all, but 1 from each cluster to the graveyard. If you don't have any swarms of mice, but your opponent does, give them this card. Give them this card. Oh, well, that's worded poorly. Give them this card to them. Yeah, let's edit that. Give them this card to give them this card to, let's do to take, give them this card to take immediate effect. Discard this card to the side. Alright, that should be better. Alright, and then so my original art for this card was dead mice, which is what happens if you get this card. So that is what we will be drawing. Like I said, kind of a dark start to the cute art stream with lo-fi and cat avatar, but that was the pull, so that's what we do. Alright, what color should our what color should we start out with? It's not a happy card, so maybe something dark charcoal. I think everything is coming through okay, like stream wise and everything. Let me know if there's any problems, but it looks like it's okay, so we will proceed. Alright, first let's add some little curly cues. Make it cute and fancy. How's the centering? Looks okay. I don't want to. This was an interesting card to start with. Something happened. If you have any swarms of 2 or 3 mice, maybe I'll just do plants, curly plants, but like maybe dead looking plants. That kind of makes sense. So let's do maybe like a kind of a gray brown. Dead curly vines, and then some like mice silhouettes in the edges. I think that's the plan. I think that's a good plan. I think I want to make it too curly, because curly kind of feels jubilant and happy and cute. So I think I'll just do kind of dry looking sticks, and then let's pick a dead leaf color, something like that. Just some crinkly little leaves. So crinkly. Hope you're doing okay, chat. Hope you're having a good day. Does anyone play play lots of board games and stuff? And if so, do you have a favorite? Completely leaves. And then this one's like falling off. It's fully detached. I think that's the right direction for this. Okay. And then let's draw some little mousekies that aren't looking too hot in the trees or branches. We'll just draw three mousekies. Okay. I can move the text around so that it fits better. Yeah, and all of this art is gonna be this is all placeholder art. I would eventually like to have like actual legit stuff made by a pro. It's just kind of a stand-in so people get the idea, get the aesthetic that we're going for, and just something nice to look at until I can raise funds for actual art. Some little mousekies. I don't like this. This one's doing. This one looks like he's a flipped pancake. Let's try that again. There we go, that feels better. Now this guy feels like a weird shape too. There we go. Let's move this. Seems like a little bit more. Oh, that's perfect. Right there, nestled in the leaves. And then this down a little bit. Let's shorten this line. Alright, that should fit a little bit better. Perfect. I like it. Cute. Looking good. Alright, let's see what the, yeah, there we go. Let's see what the next card to draw is. Let's save this, though. Save. Do a quick little exporty poo. Story cards. Right, and then this is something happened. .png. Where is it? There it is. Alright, save that. Replace the file. Yes, looks good. Alright, now open this all up. Boom. And now it is in the game. Look at that. Looking cute and scrumptious. Alright, let's see what our next pull is. Bam. Tree blight. Oh no. Oh no, not the tree blight. Alright, let's move over here. And tree blight. All the fruit rotted. You cannot take any further harvest actions this turn. Discard the story card to the side. Alright, so now we're going to draw some more sad looking trees. Some sad trees. Not happy little trees. Sad, dying trees. Fangwood Forest is a temperamental forest. Don't want to anger the forest. Or all the fruit will rot in your hand. And you will be left hungry. Actually, for this one, I like the idea of just doing a one-way. What's it called? Not symbolic. What's it called where it's copied on both sides? Not synchron. Oh my gosh, my brain. What's it called? The word escapes me. Ah, it's on the tip of my tongue. I hate it when that happens. Symmetrical! That's what it is. Oh my gosh. Took me long enough, huh? One-way symmetrical. There we go. So, these are the trees that have hot tree blight. I'm looking a little sad. And then I think a little bit of bordering on the top here. For some nice composition. Gotta have your nice art composition. What would we do without art composition? Draw not symmetrical. That's what we would do. That branch looks a little chunky. That's better. And then I think the dead leaves is a good do some more of that. Maybe a little grayer. Some crunchy little leaves. Extra crunchy. I'm not loving this. Maybe a different color. It's looking a little weird. Maybe something. That. Let's try this. How does this look? Maybe instead of just singular leaves, because this is a whole tree, we'll do like leaf bunches. But the leaf color is kind of what's the word? Like faded. So you can still tell it's dead. Let's see if this looks better. It hasn't hit right, you know? It hasn't hit right. Just kind of silly. Because the trunk is so thick and the leaves look kind of small, like they belong on like a much bigger tree. Looks kind of silly. Maybe we could just keep them like dead branches. Hello, what kind of game is this? My own invented game. I guess. Let's see. Here we go. So I'm using Tabletop Sim. This is what I've made so far. It's kind of like a mix between chess and Pokemon. So where the object is to kill your other player's king, and you move them across the board to the other side. And it's like Pokemon because they're little aminals, different abilities and stats and stuff. I have it laid out not for play right now. I'm just kind of having it, all the pieces spread out for, so I can see what I'm doing. But we have a timekeeper, we have fruit you can harvest, we have story cards, we have cool crowns, we've got cool land tiles that are all symmetrical and cute looking. We've got a graveyard with a cross for the fallen warriors. We have achievement cards. If you get 4 of a kind, you get buffs. And we have... No, go away. That's not what I meant to do. Go away. We have... We have trap trackers. So you can place secret traps and then mark the location. And if your enemy, say it's D3, and then your enemy wanders over, doop-de-doo, I'm gonna go kill this guy's king. D3, oh no! Ugh. Now I am wounded. No. So a lot of mechanics. Maybe it's too much, but I'm having fun. So yeah. So this is the thing. This is a passion project. And then these boxes are just to hide it, so you can keep your the locations of your trap a secret. So you can fill up. Well, there's a limit of 6 cards, but you can put all 6 traps around the board to try to add defenses to protect your king. King Mouse. And there's a little bit of RP element, if that's the kind of gameplay you like, but not required. Just if you're a big Redwall geek like I am. I want to see your animals fight and have epic one-liners. So yeah, that's a little overview of that. Yeah, we got resource cards. We got all the things. I'm trying to resize the chat window because it looks a little off. Sorry. How long have you been working on it? Maybe about a year and a half, something like that. I've been sick and stuck at home for 2.5 years, and I've probably been working on it for most of the time, maybe minus half a year or so. So, yep. But so I have a lot of story cards to do art for. So this is one that I just finished. So now I'm doing this one right now. Just working in Krita because it's free. Yeah, and I have there's 31 total story cards that change the conditions of the board, or buffs or debuffs. Some are a coin flip; it can go either way. Just kind of keeps things interesting and makes it a very casual game because things can change. But I am planning a more competitive version where it's less simple, or sorry, it's more simple, as in like less things, like not all of these like tokens and everything. It's just the cards, just for a classic deck builder. But I'm still trying to figure that one out. But yeah, so that's what I've got going on. Do you like games? All the art myself, yes. Yes, indeedy. Yes, sir. All the creature abilities, all the art. I've done a number of play tests with various versions and trying this and trying that, and then simplifying or adding rules if I didn't know that would happen if this and that. So it's been a process, but having fun. It keeps me doing something while I'm just hanging out at home, because that's how it be. I like games, but I also like seeing people build and make things, especially when things they enjoy themselves. Yes, me too. I follow and watch so many just like makers channels on YouTube, even if I'm not into like that particular like hobby or particularly like craft form. I love I love seeing people be excited about stuff and make stuff. Same. Tables and dolls and resin and you name it. I like seeing that. I love seeing people be creative, enjoying themselves. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to make these leaves make sense. Tree blight. All the fruit is rotted. You cannot take any further harvest actions this turn. Discard the striker to the side. Yes, sir. Maybe the solution is not the leaves. Maybe I just need to thin out the trees like this. Seems like no matter what leaves I put on this trunk, it looks funny. So maybe we change up the trunk. Make it a skinny boy. Make it a little bean pole. As Monston TV. I'm guessing you're an Asmon watcher. Me too. Alright, that feels a little chunky. Let's thin that out there. There we go. There we go. Do I have the right color selected? There we go. Alright, now let's try the leaves again and see if my hunch was correct. Not really, you can call me Monster. I think he's good, take some times, but actively avoid watching mainstream popular people. I can see that. I usually watch just in general. YouTube, for some reason, I don't know what it is, maybe some deep hidden trauma or something, but I get anxious whenever I'm watching someone live. Then why are you live streaming? I don't know. Why am I live streaming? I don't know. 'Cause I'm bored, I guess. I like Asmon's authenticity. I agree that the takes aren't always good, but I can appreciate someone that not tells it like it is, but I mean, I guess that too, but is what's the word? Unapologetically himself. I appreciate authenticity. But yeah, news can be quite stressful, so sometimes I have to click off because like I'm getting stressed out. This is not good for this little kitty. Especially when I'm sick and need all my strength for myself to get better. Yeah, I think thinning out the trunks of these trees was the play, the call. Because this is looking better. I'm liking this. Alright, now we need some monster. We can add some rotty fruits. Alright, let's do like the fully ripe fruit is like this bright magenta. So let's Streaming's a bit different, especially right now. Just communicating with a couple people, it's easier than if you're garner success and have to manage hundreds. Very true. I want to stream because I want to like do something with my time. Because just sitting at home watching YouTube all day, every day, that gets old. So streaming, I can like talk to people and like I feel like I'm doing something with my time and I'm not just a bump on a log. But yeah, at the same time, like I want to stream because I want to like do something, and it gets kind of lonely sometimes. Having someone to talk to is nice, but like at the same time, I'm terrified of I do not want to be famous. That just sounds stressful. I just want to chill with like 5 people in chat, and I think that'd be good. That'll be good enough for me. Let's do like I want to show like a little bit of moldiness on these fruit skis here. Kind of like, oh no, not go away. Kind of like spotted mold. What? Why is it doing that? Whatever. This is the new color now, apparently. Mold spots, mold. Why does that keep popping up? Come on. There we go. Now that's a moldy fruit. There's another moldy fruit. Let's do a little bit with some lowered opacity. Very nice, very nice. Looking very blighted. Very blighted indeed. Monster, do you have any passion projects that you are working on? I know you like watching other people, but do you have your own stuff? Tell me your dreams. So I can cheer you on. I love being a cheerleader. It's like one of the main things that I'm on Twitter for, is to celebrate people's successes. I love wishing people happy birthday, or, you know, so many years sober, or graduation. I love that stuff. Not creative, more consumer. Used to write a lot, but I abandoned around high school. Now just work and game. Yeah. I have a few books that I've started and stopped and then restarted and then stopped. Man, it's such a commitment. It really is. What kind of games do you like? Playing anything sweet at the moment? Have you checked out Windrose? I did a little bit of that. Not on stream, just on my own time. That's pretty fun. Love me a good survival crafter. Do you remember anything about what your book was about? Or was it too long ago? I can tell you a little bit about my books. But I feel kind of silly talking about something that I haven't been working on, you know? RPGs mostly. Final Fantasy XIV, Windrose demo, haven't put much time into it. Yeah, the demo. I don't know how many hours I put into it. Probably like, I don't know, maybe 10, something like that. What I love about Windrose, oh man, I'm a sucker for sea shanties. Like, I think it was a trend for a little while. People were singing and like duetting each other with sea shanties. I just love the feeling of it. It's so like epic. Just want to sing along. I also do like to sing though too, so it could be that. All right, these fruits are looking very blighted. I think that card is done. Generic fantasy, Tolkien, Hughes inspiration. Put myself and all my friends into it. Made myself a grumpy old hermit druid. I love sea shanties. Love chasing them down in Black Flag. That's cute, grumpy old hermit druid. Aw. That sounds fun. I hope one day you feel inspired to pick it up again, because I think writing is be very therapeutic, very very helpful. What do we do with a drunken sailor? Yep, Wellerman are my favorites. So good. I feel like I was gonna say something now, I forgot. Oh, a little bit about my stories. As you can probably tell from the theme of animals in the game here, I like talking animal stories, so all my stories have talking animals. One that I've been working on probably the longest is about a rabbit that is magical. He can talk. He can live as long as a human. Because in this world there is something called blood magic, which is basically a personification of human creativity. You put your blood on something as a sort of sacrifice. Then you can give the thing that you have put your blood on some of your properties. So like your lifespan, the ability to talk and reason, and then these animals are called clevers that can speak, and they tend to grow up with you. It's tradition to have a there we go. It's tradition to have a clever as your little when I cannot do two things at once. I'm trying to save the art or export it and explain my story, and my brain is getting so scrambled in the process. Okay, I'm gonna focus on telling my story a little bit. Okay, so there is something called blood magic. So if you put your blood on something, it gains the human properties. So you're basically like anthropomorphizing an animal by putting your blood in it. So so the culture of the kingdom is that babies get this procedure done so that to like a baby animal, so you guys grow up together. It's very inspired by The Golden Compass. This was like one of my favorite books. So you have your like little talking animal companion with you, and you're like best friends, you know, growing up together. And because the animal shares some human properties, you grow up at the same rate. So it's not like, you know, the kid is 15 and the animal is already, you know, a senior citizen. So you grow up at like the same rate. So in this world where this is like the thing, that's like the magic of the world, there is, the main character is the rabbit of this girl, and the girl gets kidnapped by a monster, and the rabbit is extremely anxious and very sensitive. This is totally not a story about me. But he has to overcome his fears and go and figure out what happened to the girl and rescue her. That's like the basic plot of one book. The second book, also talking animal story, is about a post-apocalyptic world where the only intelligent life left are talking dogs. They are the ancestors of like dog experimentation, whatever, so that they can talk. You know, in the future, like humans have been able to make talking dogs. So the talking dogs have survived the apocalypse, and there's no humans. It's just the dogs and their little societies. And there is a little civilization of dogs living in an abandoned mall, and there is a newcomer, a coyote, that appears, and the mall is falling apart, and so they have the coyote, who's like, you know, wanderer, is like a vagabond, so to speak, help them find a new home. And through that journey, they learn from each other and learn to be friends. It's kind of like a enemies to friends sort of power of friendship sort of story. So those are my two stories that I've started and have not finished. Anyways, let me save this file. Alright, this is Tree Blight. Tree Blight. Save. Replace. Okay. And then that sounds awesome. Thanks. I think it would make a cool story. It would be like a middle grade book. I don't think it would be young adult because young adult books have more of a romance. It's common for them to have a romance plot, subplot. And I'm not the biggest fan of. Again, my brain is being scrambled as I try to do two things at times. Not the biggest fan of romance and stories. It kind of is cringe. So, alright, now that's uploaded. Got it. Alright, cool. So I like the power of friendship style stories. There you go. Alright, so now we got Tree Blight and Something Happens. Looking good. Actually, I might bring the wording down a little bit. Sorry, I'm perfectionist. Must be more centered. And then I'm gonna center the description a little bit too. There we go, that looks better. I'm just gonna let it be on the game while on Tabletop Sim while I save this again so you don't see my secret files. And dox myself. There we go. Okay. Alright, that looks better. Now... yeah, there we go. That looks better. And then move that. Update it on here. Custom. And... Tree Blight. Open. Upload. Import. There we go. Now it's a little bit more centered. Looks better. Alright, what's the next card we're gonna pull? Chat, drum roll please. I cannot do drum roll with my mouth. Let me get some water. This is important, I need to do a drum roll. Hydrate. Alright, drum roll. What story card are we gonna pull? Already drew that one. Wild Pumpkin Patch. Let's read it anyways. You found Wild Pumpkin Patch. Gain 4 fruit for free. Yippee. Alright, that one I already did. There's a few that I've done. Alright, another drum roll. I'm already running out of moisture. I already did that one too. Well, this is wild honey. You found some wild honey. Gain 4 fruit. Yippee! Flip a coin. If you get heads, you are unscathed. If you get tails, you get swarmed. And you are wounded. No. That was one of the coin flip ones. Well, my mouth is really dry. Alright. Drum roll again. Wild berries. Yay, we got one that I haven't drawn yet. There's only one other in there that I've drawn, which is the early winter one. Wild berries. Gain 2 fruit for free. Yippee! Alright, let's go to... back to art. And then let's find the wild berries card. There it is. And let's draw some cute little berries. And I'm gonna mute my mic one second. Sorry about that. Make sure everything is looking peachy keen. Alright, let's draw some berries. What kind of berries? Maybe, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, boysenberries, hollyberries. Let's get maybe a nice kind of almost bluish green leaf. This is a purely happy card. Like that. And this one I want double symmetry. I remember the word this time. Let's do spikies. Why does this start to look like seaweed? Oh, no, what? No, come back. Back. Okay, so maybe let's do some curly vinies. I don't like that. I don't know why it has a big bulbous at the end. What plant am I drawing? I have no idea. Maybe I should look up a reference. How to draw plants. They seem to be struggling. Alright, new window. Let's see. Berry bush. We need some inspiration. Alright, let's do one of these. Oh, we could do strawberries too, actually. I think strawberries would be cute. Let's do a strawberry bush. Strawberry bush. So I can get the shape of the leaves correct. What's a good picture? Copy. Let's do something like this. Yeah, that looks cute. Okay. Let's take inspiration from that. So let's get a better green then. I'm at work bouncing in and out. No problem. This is a very vibey whatever stream, so I'm not expecting anyone's undivided attention. I'm just here chilling, and I would be even if no one was watching. Just hanging out. Doing some artsy fartsies. Okay, let's see if I can copy this leaf shape. So, kind of like a rounded spear. A little bit of texture on the little bit of spikies on the edge. Okay, let's see. Do the rounded shapes, and then I'll get a smaller brush and do that detail. Bing, bing. Hope work is going okay, Monster. Hope it's a chill day. Productive day. Stress-free. Maybe do some like smaller ones. variety. And I'm gonna see what kind of like stem formation it has. It's pretty straight. Kind of canopy-y. Okay, let's see if I can emulate that. This looks like an alien. A little antenna alien. Maybe I'll just forget that and just do the spikies. That is this getting strawberry leaf? Strawberry fields forever. There we go. I like that. Let's do this one. I think I kind of did this, the picture is from the side, but I'm kind of drawing it more of a top-down. That's okay. Maybe that's why my brain is confused on the direction. Draw the stems. Gotta remember to, that all of this is temporary placeholder. This is vibe art, this isn't final art. I want it to look nice, of course, but also it's not that big of a deal. Monster, do you have spring where you are, and are your allergies no bueno? With the Japan Twitter popping off, like I so want to see the cherry blossoms. That would be so cool, but at the same time I'm like, am I gonna die from all the pollen that most certainly will be part of that experience? Maybe I'll just wear a gas mask. Or just suffer. Why is this kind of looking like an artichoke? Maybe I'm not getting the angle. Yeah, I'm not getting the angle of these spikies right. Try again. Sure, they're pointing towards the top here. Little strawberry leaves, looking cute, cute and dainty. I'm gonna draw some like little white flowers too, and of course some strawberries. The wild berry patch card. Ooh, what game? Hello, welcome, Amoros V. Why does that sound a little bit like a Sailor Moon name? The game technically doesn't exist. It's all in your mind. But no, I'm making my own sort of cardboard game thing on Tabletop Sim. So I am doing some art for the story cards, which just kind of like change up the game, can give you like buffs and debuffs. Here, I'll show you. Alright, here we go. This is the game. This is Fangwood Forest TTRPG. We've got a board game. Nope, I'm back. We've got a board game. We've got a board. We've got animal cards. Trap, mouse, rat, wolf, cat. What happened to the... Okay, I'm gonna need to fix that. The dark text. Hare, fox, with their own abilities and stats. And then that's the day team. We also have the night team. The same animals. If you get wounded, you flip over the card and they have new stats. And they're now also wounded. We've got land tiles, tree, meadow, bramble. We've got seedlings and some extra special secrets in the hidden land tiles. We've got a time tracker. You can you only have one day or one night on your turn. You're either nocturnal or day diurnal. And this shows how much time each of the things you can do, or like some of the creature's abilities, how much time it costs. We've got achievement cards. If you get 4 of a kind, you get buffs. We've got harvest, little fruitskies, and one of your creatures is the king, and the goal is to kill the other person's king. In a graveyard. And then a card for secret traps. So unsuspecting little guy will walk and then ew, oh near, I got dead and I'm going to the graveyard. F's in chat for mouse. This is not the game setup. It doesn't look like this when the game is in play. I just kind of have it set up like this for to show people and so I can have a layout of everything. But I've got a lot of story cards to go through. 31 total. If I have some ideas for more, I might add more, but just kind of going through and adding art to each card. That's what I'm working on right now. That's what the art for the game is. Story card art. But it's a casual battle sim. Chess plus Pokemon. That's the game. It's on Tabletop Sim. It's like, I don't know, $10 or something on Steam, and you can just make whatever. I have a notebook with all of like references and rules, how to play, the basics, 2-player, etc. So yeah, that's what it's looking like right now, and I'm working on the art for it. I'm doing the wild berry cards. I'm making some cute little strawberry leaves. It'd be so cute. Seems quite awesome, actually. Oh, thank you. This is my reference picture for my strawberries. I think it'd be super cool to be able to actually like have it be no real game that you can like buy in a box with all the little pieces and everything. That's the dream. But for now, it is the passion project. It's kind of funny because, well, maybe it's not funny. Maybe it's sad. I don't know. But it seems like whenever I'm like stuck in a place and sick and can't do anything, I make a game. Once when I was in the hospital psych ward, whatever. Yes, I'm crazy. That's why I need Jesus. But I made a like pirate, like the game of life, but like a pirate version. And same as this one, I didn't have like Steam. I just had like, you know, pieces of cards or like paper that I cut out. Conway's Game of Life. What game of life? So this, I don't know if this is like American thing, life board game. I'll show you. Is this? Oops, I didn't need to make it that big. The game of life. So you're in a little car and you go along this like path and like different things happen and you spin a thing of how many things to move. Yeah, this thing. So I made like a pirate version of this when I was stuck in the hospital. So now that I'm stuck at home, I'm making a whatever this is. A what do you even call it? I've been calling it like chess plus Pokemon because it's similar where you have like the white and black teams and the both sides are like the same as far as like the types of players, like you have the same amounts each side. And you like move across the board and kill the other, you know, person's king to win. It's also like Pokemon because you have little animal cards with abilities and stats and stuff. But yeah, I've been working on this for a little bit. It's gone through many iterations of, you know, if I try one thing and it doesn't really work out in practice, so you want to, you know, tweak this or that so it feels balanced, it doesn't take too long but it doesn't take too short, etc, etc. Alright, those strawberry leaves are looking cute. Let me get a bit of a lighter color just to add some detailies. You're also making a game. Sweet, tell me about it. Are you using tabletop sim or is it like a video game, like what's it called, like a platformer or something? Roguelike visual novel. Oh, nice. Visual novels, man, that's a lot of art. Because you gotta do the backgrounds and all of like the characters and their like, you know, various expressions. Good luck with that. That sounds like a lot of work. And then all of like the writing and the branching paths. How many endings are you planning for it? What's your status report? What's your update? How far do you feel like you're in on the where you want it to be? How deep does a rabbit hole go? Took a shortcut actually making a Roblox. Oh, there you go. I had to program my own visual novel system, but we ball. Yeah! Porting over to Unity and make it full 2D. Oh, sweet. That's really smart, actually. Did you get that idea from someone else, or did you just, like, come up with that on your own? Because that's really smart. on my own be good at like that. Hey, nice. Hey, good job. That's awesome. Best of luck to you. Are you planning on like uploading it to Steam eventually and all of that? Get it published, make a little monies. Yeah, eventually, yeah. Sweet. I think it would be, I play a lot of, TCG Pocket, Pokemon mobile game. I think it would be so epic to have my game, my Fangwood Forest thing that I'm working on now on, have a mobile game like that where you can play with, you know, other people online. Because it's just a 2-player. And it would also probably be easier to play because then the game would like automatically like show you your options and like just automatically like, you know, this is the rule, you can't go there kind of thing, instead of everything manual. Like you know, IRL Pokemon. You have to remember all the things. You have counters instead of the number just automatically being like, oh, you have 3 health left. Oh no! Well, not 3, but 10. You know. With all the little animations, and you could do like card pulls and I have so many ideas for this game, but one thing at a time. And the one thing is this strawberry leaf looking so cute. So cute. Software developer, gonna be adding the visual novel to my resume for sure. Yeah, of course, you got to. Absolutely. Is your, do you work as a software developer right now, or is that more like something that you're working towards, like a dream job sort of thing? Work as a software dev for a learning app? Okay, cool. You already have a fair bit of experience then, sounds like. That's cool. More of an all-rounder, troubleshoot customers, help them install. Yeah, it's kind of an IT guy, sounds like. Very nice. And when I get to the point of like being able to do more stuff with my game idea here, I definitely am gonna need to hire that kind of stuff out, because I am not a coder. I am not. I could probably learn it, but I feel like it would just be easier to have someone that's already is already in that world just do it. I'll be the creative artsy fartsy storyteller. That'll be my contribution. Saves the gray hair, exactly. Exactly. Alright, how we looking? Oh, these leaves look cute! Okay, the 2 colors really makes it pop. That looks nice. Yeah, these are actually looking like strawberry leaves. Perfect. Playing all the soundtrack of the game myself on piano. Mostly gonna be classical. That's awesome. I play piano too. Probably not like super proficiently, or like not very good, but like it's fun. That's awesome. Yeah. Let's see, what's a good strawberry color? Very bright red, but I don't want it like too saturated. Maybe something like that. I love that. I love that you're making everything in-house. That's the way to do it. One, you have like control over... Maybe I'm gonna put these on a separate layer because I feel like I'm gonna mess them up. You're gonna have control over everything, and just like the whole thing is just a passion project from beginning to end. I love that. Do you have any other cool stuff you do? Yes, actually, now that you mention it, I like doing sculptures. I like have an OC of like a magical girl cat. You know how all the magical girl shows, they have like a little cat sidekick that like usually from space, and gives them their powers, hence the space cat username. But the little space cat character is made a little sculpture of her. Sometimes I post pictures of her on X, on Twitter. She's a little pink cat with little angel wings by her ears. Big old anime eyes, shiny and cute, innocent. And also kind of inspired by the strawberries getting so big. I'm just yapping, it just keeps growing. But she's also, the design is also a little inspired by not just anime, magical girls, but a little bit of Pokemon. I love the Pokemon paws where it's just like a dot, just like one spot, like Mew has a just single dot for its like paw pads. I think that's so cute. So that's what she has too. And of course she has a magical girl transformation, because of course. So that is a bit more of a complicated structure because you gotta have all the bows and frills and ribbons, and it's gotta be just super extra. So I am still in the process of making that sculpture. I just kind of have some armature wire and a bunch of aluminum foil all squished together. But what I need to do is, because all that like clay and structure is like so heavy, I got some, I'm gonna do a little bit of variation of strawberry colors here. I got some like metal rods and some JB Weld, and the plan is to like create a more solid structure with that, so that when I like add all the clay on, it doesn't just like wilt instantly under its own weight. But I haven't gotten around to doing all that yet, so I think I might be a little intimidated on the process of doing the epoxy weld. Maybe why I haven't. Why the transformed sculpture is on the back burner. But eventually, and then of course pics will follow once that is real and finished. What color do I want for like the strawberry like crowns? Look at that. I'm gonna do even another layer. a smaller size brush. Make little spikes. This. Cute! I like it. This one has a little stem. I think this one needs a stem too. For your visual novel and like all the characters, are all those characters original, or is it like a bunch of like known characters from like other properties coming together? I'm assuming it's all original because if you're trying to sell it on Steam and you're using like Sans from Undertale, yeah, OC is okay. Because that could be a problem. But yeah, nice. How many do you have in your game? How many OCs did you make for your game? Five with attention to detail and a bunch of random, yeah, like background characters, yeah. This seems like a pretty good cast. I like that number. Seems like a good amount. At some point I would love to have a custom VTuber model of my little Space Cat character. My little magical girl Space Cat. But that costs money. Most of the game is about 2. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming like usually visual novels it like follows the main character most of the time, and then like a handful of others. That's looking so cute. Alright, I need some like white or very light yellow flowers for like the little blossoms. Goated. I like how this is turning out. This is looking cute. Alright, I should probably look up what strawberry blossoms look like. I'm gonna do this accurately. Awesome little card. Yeah, it's looking cute. Alright, so actually they're rounded. I thought they were gonna be a bit spikier. Okay. Here we go. Like 5 rounded petals with a large yellow center. I can do that. Cute. I like the little spot of brightness to the art too. Welcome back. Didn't seem like you were gone at all, but I guess welcome back. Was that your evil twin that I was talking to just now? Alright, so let's make another little flower over here. Also with the nice little yellow center. Oop. And then maybe a small one right here. Like this. cute little fluffy flower. So cute I could just eat them up. No, don't eat me. Too bad, you're so cute. I'm gonna eat you. Yeah, please. That one looks like an egg. That's okay. I like it. And then I think I need a little bit of strawberry seeds to finish this off. And then we can move on to the next card. And some for you. Peak strawberry visuals. Yeah. You draw the wild berry card in the game, you're gonna start salivating and craving strawberries. That's how peak these strawberries are. You're like, oh, why am I craving strawberries right now, bro? The strawberries look so good. I just want to eat them. I just want to, like, you know, just like eat them. But it's a card, so I can't because it's paper. But I just want to eat them. It looks so juicy and sweet. I can't even. I can't even, bro. It looks so delectable. I like it. Fresh and juicy. That looks so cute. Okay, let's I love this. Let's center the text here. Now it's, I have too many strawberries. I don't have any room for the title. It's okay. I can make it on 2 lines. Oops. There we go. Now it's nice and cozy. And then this. Center it about right here. That's looking cute. Okay, I think that's done. I like it. Go back to that, and then I'll save this. Wild berries. Save. Export you. Let's pull game up and then import you. And there it is. Ta-da! It's so much brighter than my other one. Maybe I should have... I mean, these ones make sense because they're like death and destruction, but the pumpkin patch and the wild honey, maybe I should brighten it up a little bit because this looks really good. I like how bright this is actually, even compared to the back. It's a bit more faded than this. Really went all out on that bright red strawberry color. That's okay. I can worry about that later. All right. Yeah, that just really stands out from far away. I like it though. Alright, drum roll. What's our next story card? Wandering Trader. This is a good one. You come across a fox with a saddlebag of treasures. What would you like to buy? Dagger, helmet. And then I also actually added, you can buy medicine too. Go back to art and pull up the Wandering Trader. Hello, Mushy Potato. I'm good, how are you? Welcome to the stream. What was I doing? Wandering trader. Here it is. Hello, hello. Yes. Yeah, so I added 3 fruit for medicine. Because as I was like looking through all of my cards, you're doing okay? Hopefully that's a good okay and not a I'm surviving okay, because that's like the worst okay. But I totally understand, I've been there. I was looking at my story cards and I'm like, man, a lot of these make you sick. So maybe I should add another like solution for if you get sick. So I added medicine to this one. But Wandering Trader, this is a little fox that you can buy stuff from. So what should the art around it be? Maybe like little bags and like little coins and fruit. I think that makes sense. So let's do a Mushy Potato. What are you up to now? Are you at work or just hanging out at home? Bus stop? Maybe this green is nice. Give me your status report, Mushi. What does okay mean? And is there anything I can encourage you with? Because okay doesn't sound great. Let's just do some like kind of basic leaves maybe. Because you do encounter this little trader in the forest, so maybe just some leaves to show the environment. Yeah, I don't like that one. I think that's good. That feels right. And then let's do some like little bags. Little like traveling bags. Maybe hopefully I didn't scare you, Mushy. I'm sorry if I was too strong. If it came off too strong. Feel free to just hang out and lurk if you like. So let's do a little bag of goodies. A what's it called? Drawstring bag. And then let's do maybe like a little knife. Selling dagger wares. Did you enjoy having your feed flooded with Japanese? I did! It was so cute. It was so refreshing too. I'm following a lot of JP accounts now. Yeah, it's really cute, really fun. I definitely enjoyed that. And what's really encouraging too is a lot of, I didn't know this, but apparently only like 1% or less than 1% of Japan is Christian. And so there's a lot of like Japanese Christians on X that feel very just like alone because they're not a dying breed. They're not endangered. What am I trying to say? There's not many of them. But, and so being able to, seeing the Japanese Christians connect with American Christians, which we have a lot more than, you know, just like 1%. It was really encouraging and really cute that they were so, like, encouraged and surprised, and like some of them were saying that they were crying. I'm like, oh, they just felt like very isolated and alone, and you know, no one really to like talk to. What happened? Elon, I guess, recently introduced a automated translation feature, so that you can see posts in automatically see your posts in your native language. And so recently, if you're not on Twitter, recently there was a lot of Japanese Twitter accounts showing up on Americans' feeds, and vice versa, Americans showing up on Japanese feeds. Yeah, it made it possible to share cultures, and it was just really cute, like all of like the in-jokes that are started, like cheese violence and like the cheese police, and like, you know, barbecue wars. We've always had JP. Oh, okay. I this was like the first time that I was seeing it, but I've also like I've been following a lot of like beautiful artist accounts and so many cat accounts. Oh my gosh, the cute Japanese cats, I cannot even, they're so freaking cute. So it was just a really wholesome, like super cute cultural, what do you even call it, cultural experience, I don't know, but yeah, it was very nice, very refreshing. It sounded like the Japanese, like their feed was also often filled with negativity and stuff, and so having Americans on their account sharing barbecue recipes and everything, I think was a breath of fresh air for them too. So it's just super wholesome and cute. Yeah, I have a lot of new people that I'm following too. Yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. Trying to follow as many as I can. Meat and cheese violence, yes. It's so cute. I think that a better translation that would make more sense, like grammatically, would probably be like dangerously cheesy or violently cheesy. But I love cheese violence so much. I refuse to use anything other than that. It's so cute. There's a little dagger. I don't know if I like the shape of that, but whatever. It's a little dagger, and then maybe some like fruit and some coins. I'll add. Yeah, I've been having before Japanese Twitter kind of popped off. I was doing I'm still kind of doing the same thing that I am now, just on Twitter. I usually just like pray for people or encourage people, like wishing people happy birthday, or like reposting memes or cute cat things, cute cat videos or pictures. But now with Japanese Twitter, I'm like doing that even more. It's very nice. A character called the Cheese Police. Yeah, I've been following that too. It's like I think it's blue and red eyed little anime girl with the like storage of cheese behind it. Yeah, I've seen those too. It's cute. I posted on one of the comments of those of like I sneak into the confiscation room and steal all the cheese and sneak away like a little mouse. Alright, there's some little fruits, and then I'll add some like coins. There aren't actually coins in the game, but it feels correct to have little coins. I haven't seen like a whole lot of. Well, actually, maybe that's not true. I was gonna say I haven't seen a whole lot of memes, but I think the cheese police is a meme now. Wait, that doesn't look right. Little coins. Yep, that's her, yeah. Yeah, I've seen those. Those are cute. What do you give the trader in return for his wares? Fruit. Fruit is the main resource, economy, whatever, in the game. So you gain fruit by taking the harvest action, and then you put it in your little storage bag, and then from there you can spend it on mostly spend it on spawning a new creature onto the map. What was the AI slop so I don't interact with it? It got pushed out of my feed. Yeah, I usually avoid interacting with AI, but also at the same time, it's like I feel like since it's, I don't know if this is not, I don't know what the term is, but because it's Japanese Twitter, I don't know, it feels rude to criticize their AI character. But yeah, if it was hand drawn, that'd be even cuter, but it's whatever. It's fine. There's only one like really hard stance that I have on AI, which is don't use AI for spiritual videos, because I feel like that's just inviting danger. That's my only really hard line when it comes to AI. Other stuff I have preferences for, but I won't be too pressed about it. The soul is more important than, one opinion than another, so. That's kind of how I feel. Save. How does that look? I might need to make this smaller because this is taking up a lot of room. Generative AI shouldn't be used as Solus. It is Solus. Yeah, it all looks the same, and it loses its the human aspect of art, which is I think why art is so appealing. I need to maybe make this. I think I can make this line longer. Try to make it fit in nicely here. Placed. And then add bots to this line. Thinking add another word. This line too. And then this line needs to be smaller. Back into maybe here. The forest. Oh, that's the end of that. I'm very religious. Yes, I am. I'm a very proud Christian. I have it. Humans make solos art themselves. I have a Christian in my tag in my stream and on my Twitter. Yep. Save. How does that look? That's better. Alright, let's, I can see this is starting to divulge into an AI, not AI debate, so let's leave it there. This is a vibe stream. Normally I don't, talk about this kind of stuff, and I probably should have stuck to my guns, but... Alright, Amoros and Monster, that's enough. Let's talk about something else, okay? I don't want to get into a debate in chat. Tell me what your favorite anime is. I'm not a political streamer, and I don't like debates. If you want to debate, you can take it up to X, but not on this chat. Thank you. Adachi to Shim. Man, I need to learn Japanese because I cannot pronounce anything. Okay, but I think this card is starting to look good. Maybe just add a little bit of color variation, and then that should be good for this card. Right now I am, as far as anime, I am watching One Piece, and oops, I was on the wrong layer, that's why. I'm watching One Piece and Naruto, and I'm reading the Sailor Moon manga. Enjoying it. Oh god, One Piece. I don't know, I know it's like been around for a long time, but for whatever reason, growing up I was never into anime. I think I wanted to be, but didn't feel like I was, I don't know, not allowed, but like, I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't get into it. But now that I'm older, not that makes any difference, but I've been getting into anime more. Also, like, when there's nothing to watch on YouTube. It's a really good alternative. Not alternative, but it's something to watch when there's nothing to watch on YouTube. Yeah, that's good. I like the color variation there. Add a little bit of shadow to my... Have you seen, Amaris, have you seen One Piece? It's on Netflix, which is why I've been watching it. Right now I'm in the Alabasta arc. But again, because I'm just sick and stuck at home, I have a lot of time, so it's kind of the perfect show, honestly. And you have nothing else to do. Little coin shadows. Oh, and these leaves actually would probably be the medicine. I didn't even think about that. I was just drawing like tree leaves, but this looks like they could be medicine leaves. So maybe I'll do a little like piece of twine, like tying it together. That looks cute. Yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll add a little bit of shine to some of these coins. And then that will be this card done. Little shiny bits. Shiny jingly coins. The patterns don't really make a lot of sense, but that's okay. And then maybe a little bit of shine to my sword or dagger here. Shiny dagger. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I read this out loud just to make sure the wording makes sense. Wandering trader. You come across a fox with a saddlebag of treasures. What would you like to buy? Only one of each in stock. Spend 5 fruit for a +1 attack dagger. Spend 5 fruit for a +1 health helmet. +1 I'll do it maybe like this for a dagger, and then in parentheses, oops, +1, oops, +1 attack. Otherwise, it sounds kind of funny. For helmet, +1 health. Spend 3 fruit for medicine. Attack and health tokens are placed on your scout. If you bought medicine, you can immediately heal a sick creature. If you do not have any fruit, the trader realizes you have nothing of value and slinks back to the forest. Discard the story card to the side. I like that. I think that feels a little bit more clear. Alright, I like it. Let's import it into the game. Wandering trader. And do a quick save, just make sure I don't lose anything, and then go to the game and file in. There we go. Ta-da! Cute! Maybe because it's on stream, but I seem to be drawing with much brighter colors. Maybe because I'm happier hanging out with you guys than when I'm not hanging out with you guys. That's gotta be the reason. Alright, next story card. What are we gonna get? Drumroll. Wait, I drew the whole deck. That's not what I meant to do. Twins! Hooray! For the next creature you spawn, you get a free creature of that same species without the fruit or time cost. Go through your deck and find a matching one, and then you can hold on to this card and use it later. Alright, let's pull up the twins card file here. Twins! Bye-bye! Alright, so what should the art be for this one? stretch. Blah. The next creature you spawn, you get a free creature of that same species without a food or time cost. You may go through your deck to find a matching species to... Oh, okay. Let me reword this. To find a species matching the top card once you're ready to use a story card. Still a little confusing. The next creature you spawn, you get a free creature of that same species without a fruit or time cost. Good. You may go through your deck to find you can hold on to this story card and use it when you're ready, I guess. And hold on to the story card and use it when you're ready. Then I guess you may go through your deck to find a matching card to spawn. I think that's fine. And then once you've used the story card, discard it to the side. I'm gonna have to get it. There we go. You can use the story card and use it when you're ready. You may go through your deck to... This line is too long also. One thing I don't like about Krita is that it doesn't automatically wrap the text to the frame that you drew, the text box frame that you drew. You have to manually press enter to make it wrap. Make it wrap! I saw a really good Christian rap about the creation, like Genesis creation verses on YouTube and posted it to X. It goes hard. That's so good. I've been listening to it a few times. The next creature you spawn, you get a free creature of that same species at fruit time cost. You can hold into this card. Maybe I'll do one here and use it when you're ready. You may go through your deck to find a matching card to spawn. I think just matching card makes sense. And then center it. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. What should the art for twins be? Maybe you'll do, maybe just something like the back of the story card where it's just like leaves and some silhouettes of animals. I mean, keep it simple, right? No need to overcomplicate. Alright. Do some little curlies. I don't like this color. I think I need because this is a happy card, a good card. a card you want to get. Maybe a brighter color. Again, I'm using much more brighter colors today. There's some cute little leafies. Some happy little leaves. And then which species should I draw for the silhouettes? My original art for the story card, I drew 2 foxes. Trying to think. I feel like I draw a lot of those though. Maybe what's one of my cards that's like underrepresented? Maybe I'll draw wolves, because I feel like wolves will probably be the most actually commonly like used species for commonly spawned species to use this card, because wolves have the highest fruit cost, so that actually would make sense to draw some wolfies. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just do another layer. Well, first I'm gonna add some fruit, just like maybe that color. Like that, and then let's draw some wolves. I think I like the idea of actually doing just a vertical symmetry. I'm getting better at remembering that word now. I struggled with it so much the first time. You would hope I would learn, huh? This is called, because the symmetry line is vertical. So is this vertical symmetry even though the images are horizontal from each other? How does that work? Alright, let's draw a couple wolfskis. Couple little wolfskis. This text is kind of big. Maybe I need to shrink it, because I feel like I don't have room. How does 22 look? I think that's probably good. Move this down a little bit. Like that. That works. Alright, some wolves. Maybe these wolves are like a light tan, maybe something like that. Maybe they're just right here. Although light tan, maybe that reads more fox than wolf. Maybe I should go gray. Let's try this. I like the idea of having them like on the side, kind of like a coat of arms. Just like posed up. posted up. It's more of a cat head than a wolf head. Do it more like that. And then, oops, barely see my cursor. Then they have a thick neck ruff, so let's do that. Strong back. There's some little paws in here. These look tiny little paws. Get a little paw. Maybe they're sitting down. Like this. I cannot like see my cursor. Maybe if I try turning off some of the lights in my Space Cat spaceship, I can see things a little bit better. Just looking wolfy shaped. That looks better. Yeah. Alright, and then give him a little tail. Add a little shagginess to it. Yeah, I like that. Some like some impressions of little paws there. Alright, nice. And then this is now kind of in the way, so scoot that down. I like how they're like looking over at the title. Brother, I will join you. We will be twins. Born of the twins story card. And we will conquer. For Fangwood Forest! For Redwall! Let's give him some detail, some... Oops, wrong layer. A little scruffiness. So it's not too simple. And even with my lights turned down, I still barely see this cursor. There's gotta be a way to like make it more visible, you would think, huh? And a little like a shaggy fur kind of texture-ony there. Not sure I'm happy with that. Let's try putting this shape back in here. Does that preserve the 3D a little bit better? No, that looks worse. Maybe the back ear should be all of the, just all the dark color. Like that. How's that look? How's that look? How's that look? I'm dying. My art is so amazing, I'm dying. Chat, pray for me. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Maybe I should hydrate, huh? I survived. Chad, I survived my sneeze. You're proud of me. I'm still alive. Heaven has not claimed me yet. I still have work to do on Earth before it is my time. I think that having the back be more like lined up instead of just a squiggle in the middle, maybe this will help. Oops. That's why I can't see my cursor. I just like start drawing a random spot. I didn't mean to. Okay. Let's try making this color go down the back. Alright, I like that. I think that's working. It's working how I want it to. And then I think the same for the tail makes sense. Just like the top of it being darker. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. And then I think I want to add one more. Oh, hello, tracking. This is what happens when I turn my light. What is my character doing? Hello? Alright. Like I was saying, hopefully seems to be working now. Okay. I want to add a little bit of a lighter color for adding a little bit more definition. To the underside. The fluffy underbelly. So cute, but do not fall for its temptation. Or you too will be clawed. Like your forebearers before you. Before they met the untimely end. Tempted by the cuteness. They did not heed the warnings passed down by the ancient scrolls. Never pet a cat's belly. They didn't listen. And that is why I come to tell you this tale. Do not make the same mistake that many have made. Learn from their lessons. Learn from your life, from their lives. Do not touch the fluffy underbelly. It's tempting. I like that. I like the 3 colors. I think that works. Alright, and then I'm gonna hide this for a moment and then add some color variation to my little leaves and berries here. Leaves and berries. Even though it's not a lot, just like having 2 colors instead of 1, like just elevates it like instantly. Like, it doesn't take much. And it already looks so good. Lazy art. I'm doing lazy art, chat. Little shadow here. And then if you get 3 colors, a midtone, a shadow, and a highlight, now you're cooking. Can't be called lazy art at that point anymore though, because you got 3 colors. Like, bro. 3 colors? Are you for real? Are you for cereal? That's so many colors. Alright, let's add a little bit. Ooh, that's a really pretty, delicious, scrumptious looking color here. Heck yeah. I feel like this, I can taste this color like it's one of those like scented markers or scented, do they have crayons or colored pencils? I don't know, but like one of those. I feel like I can smell this like raspberry color. No, I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but what is my avatar doing again? I think maybe something is blocking the camera. Let me see if I can adjust a little bit. Maybe I need to like make sure like the mic or something isn't blocking. Maybe that's okay. I'll keep an eye on it. It should be okay though. I turned my light off so I can see my cursor. It's so invisible. Like I can see it better on the darker color, but I can move it to like this light green and like it almost completely disappears. I wonder if there's, I bet there's a setting somewhere to like, I don't know if I want to get into settings, so. But there has to be, right, to make it more visible? Oh, dang it! I forgot to turn on my other, not transparency, oh my gosh, I forgot the word again. Symbolic, symmetry! Yay! Forgot to turn on my other symmetry, so now I have to redo these ones. That's okay. I've got time. Not sure how long I'm gonna stream for, but I guess whenever I start feeling tired. Wait. Now, because I turned symmetry on, this is duplicating, but I want to just duplicate it to this side now, because I already did that side. Okay. Alright, we got there. We got there in the end. We figured it out. Alright. Color the rest of these leaves. These little leafy boys. It's so hard to see the first one. It like completely disappears. This bright green color. Attracting sensitivity still. Okay. Alright, a little bit there. A little bit there. Looking cute. I bet these leaves are fresh and crunchy. Crisp lettuce. There we go. And then let's add another shadow to this guy. Looking cute. And then let's grab the color for the fruit that I added up here. Add a little bit of shadow to you, and to you, and you get a shadow, and you get a shadow. still art class be like? Alright, I like that. I think that looks good. Then let's add back our wolves. I kind of like it without the wolves. Alright, what if we make them behind the leaves? I kind of like that better, actually. And then what if... Oops, no, not those. What if I move the wolves? Like... maybe there? What do we think? Oops. Bumped my mic, hopefully that didn't sound bad. What about that? What do we think? It's not as, like, visually interesting or captivating as the other cards that I've done this stream, but I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe just leave it like that. I don't know, it feels like it needs something else. I was thinking, like, maybe we have our wolves and then do, like, another species, like, in this area. Because if someone is, the twins card is really good if you're gunning for a specific, one of the achievement cards, because you need 4 of a kind of... Oh, stretch! Oh, the stretch is coming! You need 4 of a kind of, like, one species to get the achievement card. So if you're short, or if you're gunning for a particular species, the twins card is, like, you know, perfect for that. So you might not be going for wolves, you might be going for foxes so you can steal fruit. So I could add another, like, or a cat, because the cat is really good because then everybody can climb trees instead of just the cats climbing trees. So I could, like, represent that here by adding another species. And it feels like it's missing something, but I don't know. I mean, I could just leave it like that. That feels better to have the wolves not in the picture, but, like, you want to have the wolves in the picture because that's, like, it's the theming. It matches the theme. Alright, let's try putting the title high and then the description high. And then let's see if the wolves look, how the wolves look lower in the picture. Are you a fan of the premiere of talking animal movies such as Secrets, Nim, Rescuers Down Under? Yes, definitely. Love me a good talking animal story. If I put them too low, like, then their tails disappear. Not disappear, but, like... I really like animals, or Rescuers Down Under. I watched that one a lot growing up. I like that one a lot. Secret of Nim. I didn't grow up with that, but I've seen it, like, as an adult. What else? mean, like a lot of Disney movies and Pixar movies. But I love 2D animation. I think 2D animation is my favorite. Better than live action, better than 3D. I like the aesthetic more. I'm a cartooner. Cartoony. I like cartoons. Fievel Goes West. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't see the. I don't know if I've seen the original. I remember I've seen the second one with the cat. Forget his name. And Sheriff Earp, I think, or Burp. Yeah, that's another good cute anime, or not anime, animal, talking animal movie. Maybe I think I like the wolves at the bottom better, so maybe I should change the text to be wider here so that it doesn't go into that space. Let's try that. Go through your deck and use it when you're ready. You go through your deck, find a matching card. How's that look? I think we can make it even wider. Let's try get a feature the same. Pause and then put onto this story card and use it. Ready? May deck to find matching card. How's that look? This is getting close. Maybe I'll use this and then that and then shrink it. Do a little shrinky dink. For a card with not a lot of text, usually I make it bigger, but my wolves are taking up so much space. Maybe I could shrink the wolves too. Why is this card giving me so much trouble? Not trouble, but maybe they're just hiding in the leaves. And that way I can make the text bigger. And maybe we'll do that. Oops. Make that bigger and then redo the wrapping. There. And matching card. How's that look? That looks better. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Again, I'm not sure about the wolf, but I think this is what we're going with. Okay. Good. Alright, let's do that, and then let's get this uploaded. Twins. Save. Yes. Okay. Got that, and then got you. Now go into here. Upload. Means open. Nice. Looking good. Making progress. Hey. Still not quite happy with it, but let's keep going. It's better than what it was, which what it was empty. All right, next card. Drum roll. Triplets. Oh, that's perfect. All right. Triplets. Same thing as the twins, but only applies to mice. And spawn 2 extra mice for free. For free. For free. Alright. Triplets. The next mouse you spawn at camp, gain 2 extra mice for free without the fruit or time cost. Keep this story card until you're ready to use it. Once you've used it, discard it to the side. Alright, this one's gonna be more obvious because obviously we have to draw mice, of course. Let's do maybe... I feel like doing kind of a, maybe more of a yellow-green for this one for some reason. That. Alright, let's see how this looks. And let's not forget our symmetry. I'll just do some little vinies. Bam. Instant vinies. Alright, let's add some, what's it called? Line variation. Line weight variation. Looking good. And then this. Let's taper this one a little bit too. Yeah, I like that. And then I want to put another little curly in here for extra cuteness. Oops. Extra aesthetics. Go, and then that, and then that, and then that. Whoop. Whoop. A little curly Q looking cute. And then maybe a few little leaves. This is like feeling beanstalk vibes. Jack and the Beanstalk. A leafy there. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think I want to draw some like little flowers and blossoms. And then I'll draw some little mousies. Cute. And one down here. Break that in negative space. Over here. There. I want to do like a tiny one here. Yeah. Oh, that looks so cute. I like it. Actually, I changed my mind. I want to make it feels kind of chunky. I want to make the petals slimmer. Like that. Maybe I want it here. No. I feel like there needs to be a little blossom in that area, but gotta find the exact right spot for that good, sweet art composition. Maybe some here. And then I think one here too. Cute. Now I want a little yellow, I think yellow. Little center. And I cannot see my cursor. A little yellow center on you. And one for you. And one for you. And you. Chat, do you have a favorite flower? For the longest time I would say that mine's peonies. But after seeing like the JP posts of, because I think they're in spring now too, it's sakura blossom season, I might have to change my favorite flower to sakura blossoms. It's like the perfect shade of pink. My favorite color is pink, and I'm picky about my shade of pink, and so, but the sakura blossoms is like that perfect shade of pink, so I might have to change my favorite flower. I feel like I want to add some like little petals floating about on the breeze. Gotta remember to have room for drawing the little mouses. Right now I'm having fun drawing all my little leafies. Alright, that looks whimsical and cute. Lilies, very nice. Do lilies come in different colors? I have to look this up. Lily variation. Oh yeah, there are a bunch. I like darker yellow, orange, pink, white. Very pretty. Do you have a favorite favorite color? A favorite lily? I think usually probably white lilies is probably the most common. Yeah, they do come in lots of really pretty colors. Alright, let's draw some little mousies. Maybe a separate layer for that. And maybe add a tan. A good brush size. Alright, where should the mouses be? I feel like the words or the description is like very well centered. So I don't want to go too far from this border that I have right now. Lily of the Nile. Ooh. I'm gonna look it up. Look up the Lily of the Nile. That sounds nice. Lily of the Nile. Oh yeah. That's very pretty. It's kind of like a big cluster of them too. Oh, that's cute. I like this this like pastel purple. It's probably like my second favorite color. Very nice. Alright, so if I maybe move these more center, then I can have the mouse illustrations on the top and bottom. Let's do that. This layer. Okay. So this is triplets, so I need to draw minimum 3 lines. 3 little mouse keys. Or actually, maybe it would be cute to have them behind the foliage here. So let's do some little mouse shapes. This is a chunky mouse. Looks more like a hedgehog. Alright, let's try that again. Little mouse, little mousy ears. This is feeling animated mouse, not real mouse. Maybe I'll do this little bean shape. Little tail. Ears. I like that better. Alright, mouse 1. Mouse 2. Maybe they're like little sitting on like a little row. This. And then the third brother brother. The third brother got more food. A little thicker. And then these ones, because it's symmetrical, look like they're hanging upside down. I don't know if I like that. Alright, let's do just the symmetry. And then so that they're all right set up. So let's get these guys in here again. Alright, one mousey. Oops. One mousey, two mousey. That jawline. Alright. It's a cute little mouse. Okay, there we go. And then also a bit chunky, but and let's get this guy. Right here. This face that I've drawn in. Whoop! Not that. Those are the land tiles. Not working on land tiles today. Alright, see if I can give him a little. Now that looks. I don't think that looks better. How about that? That's better. Okay. I like that more. And then let's take off a little bit of this chunk here. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with that. And then let's do some more this way. These ones are going to be facing the right way. As in, not upside down. This one's sniffing a flower. Look at that. How sweet. Little curly tail. I really do that all in one. I guess I did that all in one line. I thought I picked up my pen, but I guess not. This one's sniffing this flower. Look at that flower. It's so cute. A little curly tail. And this face shape is something. And then maybe redo the ears. Don't worry, little guy, I will return your ears shortly. We need some aesthetic ears, though. I don't know. What? Something still doesn't seem quite right about this guy. Alright, let's try that. Better, I guess. Okay, next. Let's draw another one over here. I guess I could, like, just fill the vine with little mouse friends. There's no rule that I only have to draw 3. I think I want to draw more. I want multiple mouses. everywhere. They've taken over. The player that picks up this card definitely will get the Greatest Mouse Army card. Originally, I had retired this triplets card because the way that I had the like the actions, getting one of the achievement cards for getting 4 of a kind of one species. Like if you got, like as soon as one player got one of the achievement cards, they had like an immediate advantage to the point where it was like a little ridiculous. So I retired this card because getting 3 of a kind, it's like you're basically already there for getting 4 of a kind. And it was too OP, so I took it out. But now that I've changed how the turns work, so that everybody has the same amount of like time for their turn, the 7 time slots. I'm hoping that keeping this card, or returning this card back to the story deck will be okay. I'll have to do some play tests, but if it ends up still being too OP, then I can not use it again, but I'm hoping with the new system that it works out. That's cute. I like the mice just like everywhere. They look like they're having like a little party. Little mouse party. I think one of the like few anime that I did watch, like more of just like seeing it in passing, was Hamtaro. I want to watch that again. Such a cute show. Alright, let's add some mice to the side too. Let's give him a better tail. Nice little curl. There we go. That's a little better. Let's try a little guy right here. What is that chin? That's a little better. That guy, maybe one right here. Just hanging out. Being a little cutie pie. There we go. That looks so cute. I like all the little mice just like hanging out on the vine. I think this is maybe like why the wolves and the twins card maybe wasn't working, because it feels better to have just like lots of little guys fill up the space instead of just like 2 big guys maybe. Look at them all. Now that they're all in the vines, I don't know if I want these like center 3 guys here. I think just having them in the vines is better. Like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. Very nice. And the text looks centered, so I think that's good. Alright, let's get this uploaded. Triplets. Yes, yes. Yes. Import. Here we go. Ta-da! Looking cute. Little mousies and little flowers. Very nice. I just realized it's been 3 hours. That's why I'm starting to feel a little hungry. Maybe I need to go catch a mouse of my own. What do you say, chat? You okay if I call it here for the day? I don't know how long it was from my last stream. Quite a while. Glad I had energy to be able to stream today though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Get some food, get some water, do a little walkabout, and then I don't know when the next time I'll stream will be. I tend to just like I tried to have a streaming schedule, but then like as soon as I made my streaming schedule, I'm like, oh, here comes another bad day. So I don't know when the next stream is gonna be. I kind of just have to play it by ear, and just if I'm having a good day and I'm up for it, then I can stream. If not, then I don't. You know how it be. So I wish I could be more consistent, and I am getting better, slowly but surely. But the goal is to be well enough that I can, you know, do it every day or almost every day. 5 days a week, that kind of thing. But yeah, thanks for joining me, Monsta, and anyone else that's still hanging out in chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hope you have a lovely day. God bless you. Bye.